Hey everyone! Have you missed me? Do you know who I am? It's been a while, I know. For those who don't or have completely forgot, because it's been 2 months since I last did one of these, my name is Claudie. This is my show and tell. It's what I call it, whatever. And I think this is number 37. Now I'm second guessing myself, but I think it's 37. And yeah, thank you for coming to hang out with me. Oh, it's been almost 2 months since I recorded this. I'm pretty sure I recorded like the 1st of November. Yeah. There have been a couple of videos I think since then, but none of these. I did not drop off the face of the earth. And I didn't just stop because I didn't want to do it anymore, but life and other things. Anyway, I'm here now. Let's talk about what I'm going to talk about because there's a lot. It's been 2 months, so there's a lot to show and to tell. Yeah, but I think this time I'm going to show you what I finished. I have quite a few large items that I finished over this period of time, and also a couple of small ones, some spinning. And then I am only currently actively working on 2 things. Is that correct? Yes. Everything else is either, well, I do have a cross stitch project that I hope to finish by the end of the year. I'm going to work on it a little bit today, but I'm not going to even show you that because I showed it to you last time and it doesn't look really any different, or not. Well, I don't know if I showed it to you last time. The last time I showed it, it was pretty much the same as it is now, so I'll show it when I finish it. But I do want to get it done this year, and yeah, we're coming, like, today is December 30th. We've got like one more full day. Sunday is New Year's 2017. Anyway, so let's just go on and just dive right in. Just get in there. All right. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is just right here in front of me. So let's just do that. Just go in order of like what I can see first. So it's living in, this is an Old Navy bag. I'm pretty sure it was like supposed to be like, I don't know, like a carry-all type of deal. I don't know. I got it from Old Navy years ago, and this blanket has been living in it almost since I bought it. That's not true. I used it one time. I went somewhere and I used it, and then after that I was like, I need somewhere to put that blanket. I'll just put it in that bag. Anyway, okay, here we go. You may have never seen this before because I'm pretty sure I've showed it before on here, maybe like a year or 2 ago. I have been working on this for years. It's got to be at least 8 years. It's more than that. This was started well before we bought this house. This blanket made the move with us. But anyway, it is a chevron. I bought a new camera, and I'm not used to it focusing and changing and stuff like that, so hopefully I won't mess it up. Let's see. Can you see that? There we go. So it's just a chevron ripple stitch blanket. I started this, like I said, years and years and years ago. I don't think it's been a decade, but yeah. I will go back and stand there and hold it up so you can see how big it is, but honestly, actually I'll take a picture of it because, no, I won't. I know I won't. It's about, let's see here. Because I know, like, even if I stood back there, you're not going to be able to see how wide it is or how long it is. It is about a little shorter than my wingspan. So I have woven in the ends. I have not trimmed them. So here's half of it, widthwise. And then lengthwise, it comes up to right about here on me. And I am 5'5", so we're looking at, you know, it's about 4.5 feet, however long my head is. I will actually, I've not blocked this or anything. I've not washed or blocked anything, other than the spinning. But yeah, so I mean, it's very nice and cozy, and I'm so happy to have it done. This was one of my goals for this year, was to get this done. Now that being said, I did not end up using all of the yarn I had bought for this. I set that there. I used Vanna's Choice. I bought this back, I mean, I don't even know. This doesn't have a date on it, but you can see I got it from Ollie's. Yeah. The Ollie's opened here near me. I went to check it out, like, I don't know. It had been open up 2 or 3 weeks, and they happened to have these larger skeins of Vanna's Choice, the 7-ounce skeins. I don't think they make these anymore. I think that's why they were theirs. They were discontinued. And so I bought a bunch of it. I got 4 skeins of each color. This one is Kelly Green. And like I said, I've got a new camera, so I'm not sure if the color is gonna, let's see. I think what it is the, this is called, like, Finding, is that better? I can change, like, the brightness. That's not better. I don't know. It's Kelly Green, and it is a good Kelly, it is a very Kelly Green. And then this color, I believe, is gray. No, it's just purple. And it's a little bit more, like on my screen, it's looking a little eggplant, and in front of me, it's a little bit more grape, like grape purple. But if you guys know, green is my favorite color, purple is right there, and the colors that I'm seeing on my screen right now, this is more accurate to what the colors look like. So yeah, so I ended up using 3 full skeins, and I did have to tap into these to finish the last 2 rows. Yeah, I decided I was gonna have it done by the end of the year regardless, and I never made it wide enough to fit on a bed, or like it'd fit on a twin bed, but not on a like a queen size bed, which is what I have. And so it was never gonna be like a blanket that goes on the bed. So I ended up just making it just a throw size, and I wanted to be done with it. I wanted to just kind of, you know, say goodbye to the years and years that it's been sitting as a whip in various closets. So yeah, I really like it. I used a size H hook, which is a 5mm. It's very nice. The Vanna's Choice, like, I really like Vanna's Choice. Of acrylics, it's probably, it used to be my favorite, and now, I mean, it's still up there, but I think the quality of it's changed a little bit, or maybe I've just had some, like, interesting batches. But this is definitely, like, it's like really soft, and this is much. This is a worsted weight, and I find sometimes when you buy it now, it's a little bit of an Aran weight. It's a little thicker, but it's not a bad thing. It's just what it is. So yeah, I really am happy to have it done. So happy, so happy. All right, and I finished 2 other items that were, well, one of them was a long-term project as well, and it's not sitting on top, so we'll talk about the other one. So I finished, in the show and tell I recorded in November, I was talking how I was going to do NaNoSueMo. Just going to put this on the floor. NaNoSueMo, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month. And I did not finish in a month. I actually just finished putting the buttons on the other day, but I think I finished the knitting part, I a few days into December, what happened is I realized that I was not going to meet the stitch requirement, and I wasn't doing it for prizes or anything like that, because over in Ravelry they have a group that, you know, they do this and like they take it very seriously. There are like strict rules and everything. I wasn't doing that. This was just for me. I wanted to make something, a garment, in a month, and I mean, it was a month and a little bit, and now it has buttons, so 2 months. I will put a picture or a video or something here so you can see it like on. Okay, so here we have it. This is not my most flattering garment, but that's fine. It has pockets. It's very nice and cozy, and it fits, you know, really well. It's not, I mean, it has tons of room. Probably shouldn't, I could have made a smaller size, but that's fine. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's very nice and toasty. So, I've not blocked this, so it's a little weird. I did, okay, let's just do that. So you saw it on. Sorry, noise. I apologize. If I remember, I'll take that out. I will forget, but if I remember. So here it is. This is the Viatori by Julie Farwell-Clay. It's a free pattern from Knitty. I think it was fall, or I can't remember if it was early fall or deep fall of this year. Super cozy. I used Mighty Stitch Bulky in Ash. I bought a bunch of it. I had quite a bit left. I've got like some skeins left or something like over there. But it's really, basically it's a vest that has, instead of doing waist shaping and all that stuff, it uses ribbing. So there's ribbing panels on the sides. There are ribbing panels on the sides. Can you see that? There you go. There's one in the back. There we go. I will figure out the lighting one day. There's one in the back, and then another one on the other side. And then there were supposed to be some in the front above the little kangaroo pocket. I chose not to put them there. They should have been, if I had included them. They would have been right here. And they go up to where the bust starts. That's how it's written in the pattern. I chose not to put them in there because I just didn't really, want it. Also, I did make this, which size did I make? I believe I made the largest size actually, and I probably should have went down. Maybe it was just with this yarn. I don't know what the yarn needle combination, but it has plenty of room, which is fine, but there's plenty of room. So I did not include the ribbing on the front panels, and then I didn't, she had two options for the hood. There was one that, see, the ribbing carries up the back of the hood, and in the one pattern, or one part of the pattern, she has you take that ribbing and carry it forward, and you're left with a more rounded hood. I decided that I didn't want to do that. So I just knit up and then just 3 needle bind off. Did a 3 needle bind off for the top. So mine has a little point where in the pattern hers is not. So, but it's very, very, very cozy. Now this yarn is a little fuzzy, and I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna hold up with time, but we'll see. I'm gonna give it a chance. Yeah, I really like it. The construction of this is fun. So it's in panels. So you do the back panel first, and then you do the 2 side panels. I did them at the same time, so that way I would make sure I didn't have one that was accidentally longer than the other. And because that would totally happen to me. So I did them at the same time, which was not the easiest to do. I probably, if I were going to make it again, I would just make sure I keep track of how many rows I'm doing. Maybe work them in tandem versus on the same needle, because this yarn is quite heavy. You know, it's kind of a denser yarn, so, or at least that's what it feels like to me. But anyway, I really do like it. And I think I'll get a lot of wear out of it. It's very warm. Oh, it has split. Oh, so when you do you put you seam it all together. I'm not doing any of this in any kind of order, apparently. When you seam the sides together, and it ends up making another, where's it at? You can't really see it, but right here, on this one right here, you end up with it looks like another rib stitch, so it looks even, which is quite, quite smart. And usually when you do a pieced garment, at least from how I understand, like basically it gives it a little bit more structure and a little bit more, it's less likely to kind of get floppy, I guess. That of course depends on the yarn as well, but I think you could, I'm like, you probably could work this in the round, or not in the round, but as one piece, the front panels on the side, and then just do the top part separately. But I think it might be good to actually have that that seam there. And then she tells you to stop. I'm pretty sure I seam from the top down, and then you stop kind of basically at the top of where the ribbing, the main part of the ribbing is. I know I'm not showing this very well. It's been 2 months, people. I don't know what I'm doing. I did sew on buttons. I did 12 buttonholes because I'm crazy. And there are the buttons I chose. They're just 2-hole buttons. I got them from Joann's. Yeah, got them from Joann's. And I can't remember. They were just, honestly, they were one of the few black buttons that they had 12 of. So I didn't have a lot of choice. But I did choose a matte. Like they were matte finish, which I liked. And they're 1-inch buttons. I probably could have went down to like 7/8 inch buttons, because the buttonholes I made, they do fit in there, but they're not, like they're a little tight. So yeah, and it has a hood and it has pockets. So I'm very happy with it. It's nice. If it had sleeves, it would have been 50,000 stitches, which is the requirement. But because it just has ribbing, you pick up and do ribbing. And I didn't do too bad of a job. I mean, I did have to sew up some tiny little holes I had, but I think that was more from when, I don't know, with the yarn. I don't know. I'm not really great at arm stuff. So. The next finished object I have is another long-term whip. I actually started this in January. It's taken a year, whatever. But I finished my Flaming June cardigan. It's by Cheryl Niamath. Here is a little bit of footage or something, picture. So here it is. I know these stripes look like they might not be even, but they are. I've measured everything. Everything is even. It just needs to be blocked. That's the reason, like, nothing's really laying exactly right. And I may tack this down because it's not tacked here. I tacked it up here and around the back edge. I can show you that in a minute. But, yeah. It's got these little details on the sleeve. They go like that. Oh, it's got points there at the end. Okay, so there you go. Okay. Yeah, it's really, I really do love it. I've not blocked it, of course. But, so it's going to get, I do worry it's going to get a little longer than I wanted, but I did this, I mean, I swatched and everything. I actually swatched. And, hopefully everything goes with the swatch. Let's just put it that way. If it doesn't, I will show you the humorous, probably extra long, like, duster or whatever I end up with. But I wanted to show you some of the details closer up. So there are the points that are on the sleeves. I can turn it that way. And I did, of course, like the pattern is written with only one color change, so you do the bottom part in one color and then you switch, and I don't think you use any other color. I think that's correct. But I chose to do a different striping sequence. Someone else had done this in their project, and I just wanted to, you know, imitate it a little bit. I liked the way it looked. And also, I really like these two colors together. The yarn is Knit Picks Hawthorne Kettle Dyed. It's a fingering weight yarn. The gray is Slate, and the black is Blackbird. And I mean, obviously, gray and black are going to go together, duh. But, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the end of the day, I wear a lot of black. Yeah. So, I mean, this is blue. It's a little different, but I do tend to wear a lot of black, and I don't know. It makes accessorizing much easier. Okay, so I tacked down the back, and I've got, like, so you can see, where's it out here? There's where it starts, like right here. And then I sewed it down the entire length because I wanted it to lay completely flat. There's hair caught in there. That one's free, which is mine. And then I did the other end there. I may tack the front part down. I don't know. I'm going to see how it blocks, and then we'll see. If I have to take down that, I probably should have blocked it first before tacking it down, but I don't know. Whatever. I think it'll be fine. I really like it. I mean, this is a fingering weight cardigan for my size. I mean, it shouldn't have taken me all year. And had I worked on it consistently, it wouldn't have, but it's a fingering weight cardigan. And quite frankly, I don't think I'll do any more fingering weight cardigans, just because while I do think they probably would get more wear, like because of the weight and the heaviness of them, I don't know, maybe if it was like heavily lace or something, but this was a lot of stockinette and a lot of purling, because it's not done in the round. I didn't steek it or anything. So it's a 6-row repeat. It's a free pattern, so I can tell you that. It's a 6-row repeat. So, you know, 2 out of every 4 or 2 out of every 6 rows is a purl back row. And that's a lot. That's a lot. So yeah. Oh, I showed you the points on the sides. So you can see, basically you cast on a bigger number and then you decrease down. So it makes these little points. And fortunately I think they hit like in a really good area. Right now the length is a good length. I hope it doesn't grow more than like an inch or 2. Otherwise it would be weird, like if it was like down on my knee or something, but where it is now is fine. When I did this, I did a provisional cast on because I wasn't sure. I was afraid I was going to misjudge the length and that I was going to need to come back and add length to it to make it like the right length. But I ended up just doing the same. I think I did 8 rows or 10 rows of seed stitch, and it has a seed stitch edge too. So yeah, I mean, it's a really nice, comfy, very warm cardigan. It is very, very, very warm, so it's nice. Another change I did, I'm pretty sure that she has you bind off at the shoulders and then like you sew them together or something like that. I just saved those shoulder stitches and did a 3-needle bind off. It has a set-in sleeve. let's talk about the sleeve. Where's the front of it? So it has a set-in sleeve. I don't like set-in sleeves. I did not enjoy this. So you do the sleeve, you start at the bottom and you work your way up, which I don't like. That part's not that bad. Except, well, I did have to go down 2 or 3 sizes to get an armhole that wasn't huge on me. I think when she maybe sized it or something, she just did it proportionally. And while I may be bigger, my arms aren't like, you know, like my wrists aren't like this big around. So it wasn't that big, but it was not, I mean, this has plenty of room on my wrist and my hand, and it does come down. That's where I wanted it to hit, was like right here. I do think this will grow because it is quite stretchy. So if it comes down there, I'm fine. As long as it doesn't cover my finger. And even then, I'd still wear it. But anyway, so I did go down 2 sizes. I started 2 sizes, 2 sizes smaller on the cast on for the sleeves. And then I followed the increases for the larger size, the size I made. And then when I got to about here, I needed to get to the stitch count that she had you do for the arm opening. So I did an increase every 4 rows until I got to the right count, and then worked even for a little bit, not very long, and then did the sleeve cap. It did all kind of, I mean, I think it probably could have been a little bit, I don't know, maybe a little bit smoother, but I think that was my fault. I think my gauge changed a little bit. So, but I sewed it in. I don't think I did it well. I did it. I watched some tutorials and I like read some stuff, and I don't know. Mine does not look nearly as nice as everybody else's does, but I don't really care. I mean, it could have been just jacked up for real, and I still would wear it because I started this in January. Yeah. But I think honestly, like, if you're not, like, see if you're back this far, it's fine. It's just when you're really up close to it, you're like, And honestly, if you're that close to me and you are making judgments about my sewing or my seaming these two together, I will just smack you with this and we'll go on from there. Yeah, I don't know. I did the best job I could, but I also decided that I am not going to do this kind of sleeve again. I just didn't enjoy it, and it made me, I don't know, angrier than it should. It was more frustrating, and I don't think that I think there would probably have been another way to go about it. There are other types of sleeve constructions that sort of give you a similar look, and so that's what I'll do in the future. Spoilers, I might have gotten a book that illustrated that. So I did try to match up the garter ridges when possible, but it wasn't always possible just because of the rate of, like, I don't know. There's technical terms for it, and I don't know what they are. But because the space between them, when it's on an angle, is different than when it's perfectly horizontal, it doesn't line up. So I basically did it every 2 or 3 in some, well, every 2 or 3 in some places. So I did try. I tried to match them as best as I could, but it didn't necessarily work. But those are the big projects, and I'm so happy to be done with it. I do, like I said, I've not blocked any of it, but I will probably wear this unblocked, you know, a few times before actually blocking it. The waist shaping was good. You can see there. The waist shaping was good. Everything, I think it actually fits me really. I think it fits well. The only thing I probably would change is the shoulder. It looks like it's like a drop shoulder, and I mean, I could have made that different by doing more decreases here to getting like, I think, you know, I don't have like super huge wide shoulders. But I do think that even on her, like even in like the pattern and the pictures in the pattern, it comes down a little bit. Like it doesn't sit right at the shoulder. So mine's just a little bit more further down, but it's fine. I'm quite happy with it. The pattern, it's a free pattern. It's also on knitty.com. I'll put links and stuff in the show notes, or you can ask me and I will give you a link, or you can look at my Ravelry page, because I think I have both of these on Ravelry. Not pictures of them, but I do have the project pages there. So the pattern is good, and then it gets to a point like when it starts to get complicated with the upper part, which is like where you're starting to split stuff and I think it was written, if you had done a sweater before with this kind of construction, you would have been fine. But I have never done a bottom up set-in sleeve sweater before. So I was a little like, there were, on Ravelry, some people had asked questions about it, and the designer had answered, and then like other people had answered, so I was able to figure it out. So it wasn't a big deal. If you do make this one and you have questions, as long as it's not like a technical question, like about stitch counts or something like that, because I only know the size I made, so I don't know if the other ones are correct or anything, but if you need, like, you're like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, you know, you can let me know, and I'll try to answer you as best as I can. Ooh. So, thing I just learned about the camera. My desk is apparently not very stable, and this camera moves. No, not last finished object. This is the Graham hat. I cannot remember who it is by. I can look that up. And now you get to watch me look this up. Aren't you excited? I will just go ahead and talk about this while I do that. The yarn is Knit Picks Swish worsted in Cobblestone Heather, I believe. It is by Jennifer Adams. It's the Graham hat. It's free on Ravelry. Now, actually, it's inside out. This is what the texture looks like. The ends have been woven in, not trimmed. I have not blocked this one. Again, do you see a theme? So that's what the texture looks like. It's a moss stitch. Nice texture. My husband actually prefers this one, this side of it. So, and this is like a broken rib kind of deal. That's what he likes. Now, this one, for some reason, I've made this hat before. I've made him another hat out with using this pattern. For some reason, I don't know, it just looks pointy. Like, it looks pointier, but I think it's because I need to block it. Or maybe I misread something and I didn't decrease fast enough towards the end. I don't know. But when he's wearing it, it does have a little bit of a point. It doesn't look bad, but I mean, he doesn't care. But if you have a man in your life who's like cares about that kind of stuff, you may have to block it. But I do think if I block it, it'll come right out. I did check the pattern and I don't think I did anything wrong. But I do have a tendency for my gauge to change when I get to the end. So that's probably what happened. Maybe I just started pulling it tighter. Totally wouldn't surprise me. I really like this yarn. My husband has wore this a couple of times, so there's hair on it, and cat hair. Yeah, it's a really simple pattern. You just do 1 by 1 rib, and then when you get up to here, you actually do work it inside out. So you do, you knit around, and then the next round you do rib, like 1 by 1 rib. So it's just broken rib. And then she does have you do the decreases in pattern too, so that's nice. Let's see, can I stretch this up so you can see it? If it was blocked, it probably would be. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, I can't remember how you do the decreases, but since they're weird, it's probably slip, slip, knit, because I can't, they're never even. I don't know. That's one of those things that I just can't seem to master, no matter how hard I try. All right. And then the last finished knitted object. I have a bunch of other stuff that I finished, but I gave them away. And I can't show you because I didn't take pictures. But I should get some pictures, so maybe once I get them, I will show you then. But I finished my hand-spun Be Simple Variations shawl. It is not blocked. It's gonna grow. But I'm probably not gonna block it too aggressively because I like it squishy. All right, so let's show it to you. Let's start here. So it starts, no, did I weave in the end? Yes, okay, so it does start here. I was like, is that right? So it starts here. It's one of those, like, you start really small, get to the big part. Boomerang shawls or whatever you want to call them. The pattern is Be Simple Variations, and it's by Carolyn, Glauz-Todrank, something like that. Basically, you do garter stitch and then eyelet rows. I've made this before using some mode knit gradient. But this is in my hand spun. So anyway, so you start small and you work your way big. And it does kind of stripe because that's just how it did. So this is the long end. And again, stretchy. For the bind off, what did I do? To get a stretchy bind off, I think what I normally do, okay. I didn't do Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off, but as you can see, I mean, that's pretty stretchy for a bind off. I mean, it's not like the stretchiest, but it's stretchy. It's stretchy enough. And over the course of the full length of it, you know, that's quite a bit of stretch. What I normally do is I saw a video. Hey, there's not cat hair, there's my hair. What I normally do is I will do one bind off stitch normal, and then the next one I add a twist in. I saw it on a video, and I can't remember who the video was by, but basically, so you knit, you know, okay, so we're binding off. Knit one, knit the second one, move the other one over. And then the next one, you take your needle, your right needle, and I'm trying to remember which way you go. I'll have to do it again before I can explain it. But basically you twist again, so you're adding just a little bit more yarn in there. Another way to do it is you could do a yarn over, and that would add, it would add a hole, but it would add definitely an extra amount. And that's what I usually do. And in fact, I might have done that twist on most of the stitches this time because I was a little worried. And I did go up a needle size too. I was a little worried about because the, you know, it's hand spun, so it's not exactly uniformly thick. And I was a little worried that I would maybe get to a part that was different and it would just be weird. So I did have a little bit of this yarn left. I don't have it with me, but I did have a little bit left, and I'm going to keep it. I'm thinking I might do some kind of scrap blanket. Amy, who's Meow, here on the YouTubes. She said that she saw somewhere someone did a little bunting, like they did little triangles so they could do a bunting out of all their hand spun. And I can't remember who she said she saw do that, but that seems really cute to me. Or I might do, maybe, I don't know, I could do a blanket or something like that. But I really do like the idea of doing the bunting. I think that's just fun. And now that I have a spinning wheel, as you guys have seen from my video where I went and bought a spinning wheel, that is one video I have put up since. I recorded one of these. I'll put a link if you've not watched it. But I did buy a spinning wheel, and so now there's going to be more hand spun, because this was done on a drop spindle, and it took forever. And no, it no longer takes me forever. Yay! The fiber is, I'm pretty sure it's not superwash, because when I was plying it, I think I felted a piece or something together. The fiber is by Turtle Made. And I looked on her shop to see if she was still selling fiber. She makes the 3D printed spindles. Do I have one? I had one laying here somewhere. Oh, here it is. She sells the 3D printed spindles. This is a mini size. She did occasionally dye fiber, but it doesn't look like she does that anymore. At least not in her shop. I bought this at a wool festival. At a wool gathering in Yellow Springs, Ohio, 3 years ago, I think. Yeah, I really love this. Now, Amy made one too. She just finished hers, and you know, for us, I mean, I can't remember which yarn or what the fiber was from, but honestly, they're very similar. Hers has like some aqua in it, but mine is mainly purples with a little bit of like dark and a little bit of green. Let's see. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I use size 9, US 9 needles, which I can't remember what the millimeter is on that, but it's pretty big. And, yeah, because my yarn was I had about 350-ish yards, and I would say it averaged out to be about a DK weight. So we'll see how big it gets when it blocks, but honestly, I'm not looking to make it like a full-size shawl, because it's just not gonna happen. Let's cover my hair there. So I love it. I love it so much. It's snowing outside. Well, no, it's not snowing outside anymore, but it snowed outside this morning, and so there's a little bit of snow on the ground. Kind of want to go outside and just enjoy the cold, except I don't think it's that cold anymore. But this would make me nice and toasty if it were. I'm enjoying it. I kind of just like sit it next to me so it can be near me forever. The pattern is really simple. It's a free pattern. Totally recommend it. And I think because of the eyelets, I think it sort of maximizes your yardage. It also could be because I use such a large needle too. But I mean, honestly, it's not really, I mean, well, there's the holes, but the fabric part, I mean, if I stretch it, it's kind of open, but for the most part, it's not really that, I don't know. So, I heart it. Yeah. I have not blocked it. That's what I said. Not blocked it yet, but it still smells like the wool wash that I gave the yarn a bath in. So now let's talk about spinning. I know this is the last little thing I'll talk about, but I have yarn. So this is the first yarn spun on my wheel. It is incredibly thick and thin. You can see that. You see those fluffy parts? I actually kind of want to just make like a fluffy ply and then a tighter ply, which I mean, that's like totally a thing. But I guess because I probably didn't add enough twist to it. So like it's not like it's, I don't know, I don't even know like technical terms at this point, but it's just so fun. Like right there, look at that. It's so fun. So this is, of course, wildly uneven. And I am perfectly fine with it. See my new camera, it actually zooms and like focuses. Aren't you excited? You can see things now. I did not measure this one, so I don't know how much yardage it is because I haven't even tagged it. I'll do that later. I was just so excited, and I wanted to give them a bath, and so I could show them to you and have them dry. It took like 2.5 days for them to dry. Even though it's winter, it's been humid. The Ohio Valley, like Cincinnati area, is the worst for humidity. Have you seen my hair? It's just whatever. All right. It's not the worst. I shouldn't say that, but yeah. So let me open it up so you can see. Oh, look at that. Oh, this makes me so stupid happy. Like it just does. I used, when I bought the wheel, they gave me a nitty knotty. I'm pretty sure it's a Kromsky nitty knotty. And I use that to hank it up. And it smells really good. I used Eucalyptus Rapture wool wash because it smells really good. I'm kind of sensitive to smell, so I have to be a little cautious with that, but this one I really like. When when it was still wet, it did smell a little like wet sheep. But now it doesn't. You don't smell that part anymore. The fiber, it just said 100% wool top. This was fiber that they gave me when I bought my wheel. This basically fills up a bobbin. I did not weigh it. I know. I'll give you that information. No, I won't. I'll give it to you if you ask. But I probably won't mention it again until I go to use this. So stay tuned for that because I kind of have an idea what I'm going to make with this, but we'll see. Maybe this could be the, there's hair in there. I get like, if you ever get any hand spun from me, there's probably going to be some free hair. Free my hair. But anyway, I don't know, maybe I could use this for like the top part of the bunting, maybe? That'd be really long. That'd be really, really long. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll use the scraps for that. I really do like it. They gave me 8 ounces. This is, I'm estimating it's 5. That bobbin was crazy full. And actually it got to the point when I was plying it that it did not, I mean, I had the tension all the way up and it still did not want to feed on to the bobbin. I overfilled it, but that's on me. Lesson learned. I really do. I don't know. I just love it. I love it so much. Yes. I don't know what kind of breed it is. I mean, now that it's been like washed and everything, when I was using it, it didn't feel like BFL to me. But now that like it's done, it feels a little bit more like BFL. But slightly less soft. BFL to me, I mean, is not like super, super soft. I guess it depends, but the BFL I've used before it's not been really, really, really soft. Trying to put those back in there. Not doing a great job. The BFL I've used before has not been like the softest in the world. But I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter. It's yarn. Now this is the second skein, the second yarn I've made with my wheel. And this is Wool of the Andes Roving from Knit Picks. The color is Hot Rod Heather. Pretty sure that's right. It's red. I think they only have the one red. think my face is in there. It's funny. There you go. So fun. This I did measure. It's like 80 yards. It's not very much. This was 4 ounces. And I would say this one is averaging out. This one's probably like a super bulky for sure. This one, it's more like a bulky. I mean, there's some, it's a lot more consistent than that other skein, thankfully. I have a loose thing there somehow. But it wasn't, I don't know. I expected to get more yardage, but I think it's pretty overspun. So it's very dense. I'm working on that. And it'll probably be overspun and very rope-like for a long time. But that's fine because this yarn, super squishy. So, I mean, I think I have it in me to make like sort of very like stretchy yarn. I just don't know how to do it with my wheel yet. Yeah. I mean, there are some parts that are much better than others, but I mean, you know, it's all going to have a purpose, right? Because it's wool of the Andes, I'm pretty sure that's the Peruvian Highland fiber. This was 4 ounces, like I said. And I spun it. I split the fiber in half and then just spun half. I had a little bit left over that's still on the bobbin. So, oh, and I have, like I said, I think this is like 5 ounces, maybe 5.5. The rest is still on the bobbin. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I wasn't sure. I was like, maybe because I'm doing, I'm going to work through some of my less expensive fiber first just to kind of get a feel for it. And so I thought, well, if I have leftovers of a bunch of different ones of those and they're all like natural colors, like either, you know, the bear or gray or whatever, I was like, I might make that into like, I might either apply all those together or make it into like one long gradient kind of thing. I don't know yet. So those will go, that'll go on to a storage bobbin. Oh, I love it. I love it. I really do enjoy spinning. However, I have still managed to hurt myself. My shoulder was a little sore, and I decided that I didn't care and I wanted to apply this. Anyway, so I did, and it was a mistake. It felt like somebody had stabbed me in the back. And not emotionally, I mean like physically had stabbed me in the back. And I had to like take medicine and use icy hot, and like it was not good. And I didn't even knit much the day after, let alone any. I definitely didn't spin. And then a little later I applied this up. I had already spun the singles. So the day I applied this one, I had applied the 4 ounces of this. Lesson learned, don't do that. At least not like in the same like 4 hour span or whatever it was, evening. All right, so that is all I have finished, and that's all I am. Oh no, I was going to show you what I was working on. That's all I finished. I'll just show you really quickly. I cast on 2 socks. These are like my Christmas socks or whatever you want to call it. The first one is living in a Kicks and Giggles bag. It's with the Harry Potter spells. It's got a satin lining. I use this to hold fiber. I didn't when I was spinning this, but that's what I've used it with before. The yarn is Nomadic Yarns. And Birdie Bot's Every Flavor Beans. And I have her card in here somewhere. And it's, she's on Etsy. It's a trusty sock, 462 yards, 100 grams, 75.25. And she gave me a little stitch marker too. It's a little Deathly Hallows symbol. And it's like the sort of antique brass color. Super fun. Here it is so far. Yeah. That's all I got going on here. The only reason I started, you can see there's a little bit of green. I wasn't sure if that green was a full portion of the stripe, so I wanted to make sure I at least had most of the stripes, so I do have a little bit left over of the yellow. Super fun. This is I've never used her yarn before. This is, it's a, obviously it's a light fingering weight, but it feels, I don't know if it's the dye process or just the yarn blend that she uses, but it feels sturdier than a lot of the same content makeup that I've used before. So I'm hoping it will make really good socks. I am probably going to do contrast heels and toes. Definitely a contrast heel because I don't want to break up the stitch pattern. And I might as well go ahead and do the toe too. I'm going to try to like expand my sock horizons and not do just the same sock that I've been doing. I normally do a fish lips kiss heel, stockinette, or yeah, like just stockinette. The rest of it, cuff, leg, all that stuff, fabric. But I kind of want to do something a little different. I mean, that's not all that I've always done, but I don't know. I want to do stuff a little different. So I may try a different heel this time. Actually, I'm thinking about doing an afterthought heel. I've never done an afterthought heel, so that'll be fun. We'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. All right, and then the other sock that I cast on, it's in this adorable. There's Dorothy. Where's she at? There's Dorothy. She's looking at you. There's Sophia. She's on the handle. There's not a whole lot of Sophia in this one, but this bag, it's a little box bag from Nomadic Yarns as well. I ordered it when I ordered that yarn. Super cute. There's the inside of it. It's just like kind of a polka dot random splatter kind of thing. This, let me get that out of there. This yarn is Socks That Rock, like Bloom and Fiber Art Socks That Rock. %, superwash merino. So there's no nylon in this, so this will be interesting. And it's Bob the Gnome's Letter. It's the colorway. This was a gift from Amy Meow. So that's why it's in the Golden Girls bag, because yeah, I'm so ridiculously sentimental sometimes. Anyway, here is the colorway, and it's like caught up on my needles. Hang on. Oh, super fun, right? So very Christmassy color. Hence the reason that I cast it on. It's really fun. It's very fun. It's obviously got short color repeats, so it's not going to stripe exactly. But I mean, it did for a little bit. I cast on 72 stitches, and then I'll decrease down to 64. I'm using, for both of these, I'm using smaller needles than I normally do, because this is they're both light fingering weight. Did I even tell you how much the yardage is on this? I think it's the same, or it's 400. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's 400, it says 405 yards. and it says it's 5.15 ounces or 146 grams. You know, I don't know about that. I would guess if it actually, and I did not weigh it, but if it does weigh that much, I would say that's probably more yardage than that, because this is light, unless maybe it fluffs up when you're done. I don't know. I of course did not do a swatch for socks. They'll fit someone if they don't fit me, but I want them for me, so I will wear them even unless I have to unless I literally can't get my foot in there, and then I'll just rip them out and reknit it. But yeah. So anyway, that's what it says it is. We'll see. We'll see how that works. But I'm using 2.25 millimeter needles for both of them. And I'm gonna, try it on as I go just to make sure. I mean, if it starts to get like randomly too tight or something like that, then I'll of course switch. But it's pretty good. I think I checked and I'm getting 9.5 stitches to the inch. I don't have another thing in front of me, but I know I am on the nomadic yarns. I know I checked that one. I checked that one last night, so I remember it. Yeah. Oh wait, no, I do have something. So I'm going to show you one thing I bought because it's right here. This is I bought one of these from Amy, so I couldn't show it to you when I bought it because, yeah, hers has a different cover on it, but it's a Notions, like a little Notions kit. Well, look at that alpaca. Is he not just the rudest, most attitude-having alpaca who is showing you its bum? Anyway, so this is from the Sexy Knitter. That's her Etsy name. And she has, I can't really see. So there's a bunch of stuff. So there's little scissors and a sheep tape measure and all kinds of things in there. She had a sale a while back that I caught, and yeah. So sheep tape measure. Let's see how many stitches I'm getting. Why not do that on camera, right? I'm getting 8.5 on this one. So I guess it is a little thicker, but honestly, it doesn't. Well, I think I know why. I tend to hold my yarn quite tight, and this one, I guess because of how it's constructed or whatever, it doesn't have as much give. So yeah, there's a little yarn gauge too. So you can see the Etsy thing there on the bottom. The cute little tin. She has a bunch of cover designs that you can choose from, and they're all like funny. Well, they're not all funny, but say she has some funny ones. And then she's got, some just cute ones and stuff like that. So I just love it. When I saw that, I got that. I was like, this is mine. And I got Amy's has a sheep, a little baby sheep with a lamb with a sweater on it. So it was hard to choose because that was my second favorite one, and I was like, I think that she would like that one too. So yeah, socks. So I have a little bit more work done on this one. My needles are from Knit Picks. I like to do my socks. I usually do my socks 2 at a time in like tandem on size 2.5 needles, but not this time. So yeah, I wanted a denser sock, and also with that not having nylon in it, I definitely wanted it to be nice and not like all over the place. All right, so I've bought a ton of other stuff. I will probably, I don't even know if I should do a video on that because honestly, it's just so much stuff. And, but there are some things I do want to show you. I got some books. They're sitting right here. I got some books that I want to show you. So maybe I will film that. I don't know. It feels a little like Ha 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 ha, look what I bought. Some of it was gifts, so it's not like I bought it all, but I did buy a lot of it. But I bought fiber, and I bought some yarn and some project bags. Like I need them, but I bought them anyway because I had to. And what else? I bought that stitch marker thing, or the Notions kit. I don't know. I bought so much stuff, and I know that there's a lot that I probably am forgetting, but it's been a long time, so hopefully I at least did not repeat myself. And tell you and like show you what I bought last time. Anyway, I might go ahead and do I might just do like a highlights video about what I bought and what like new has come into the house, rather than go over every single thing. I'm not putting myself on a ban next year because that's not going to work, but I am I'm definitely going to try to work more from stash. I'm still going to buy fiber because honestly, like, I have quite a bit of fiber now, but I mean, at the rate that I've been going, it'll be gone before summer, which granted I do have a fiber festival that I'm going to. So there is that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go and just, there will be more videos. I apologize that it was so long. I guess I'm not going to go ahead and go. I apologize that it took me so long to kind of get back here. I did not mean it to take forever. It just did. So, but I'm back. And I should do regular updates. My recording schedule may change next year. My husband, he works from home sometimes, and he's gonna be working from home more, which is, you know, a good thing. But I will probably, there's one day a week that he is not going to be, like, for sure. They have meetings or something that they, you know, he won't be working from home unless like he can't get to work or something. So I think I may just switch to start recording on that day instead. It's just going to make everything easier because I can't record with him here because you can see his monitor and, you know, that would be bad. So, yeah. I've got lots more things I want to do and want to talk about. I have my goals video. I never updated about that. I kept meaning to and just never did. I want to kind of go through that really quickly, and maybe I'll just do a really quick review, year-end review. I may do that later today, because I don't foresee myself finishing anything else before then or making any changes before then, so before the end of the year. Yeah, I've kind of given a little bit of thought about what's going to happen next year, but I'm going to try, I don't know. I want to be a little bit, I don't want to put as much pressure. Not that I really put too much pressure on myself, but I don't want to be as, on one hand, I want to have, like, this is what I want to do, and on the other hand, I'm like, don't tell me what to do. All right, I'm going to go now, for sure. I hope you have enjoyed my finished objects parade, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!